GM fam, as we still grapple with the ramifications of Binance's BUSD sunsetting, a few degens have properly noted the mistake that we as a community made by denominating DeFi in terms of dollar coins. So using dollars as the base layer of DeFi was great while it lasted because it allowed for easy mental math. A dollar had pretty stable purchasing power and it was fungible across the globe. But elevating stablecoins to such a central position also tended to passively benefit the United States by furthering the influence of the petrodollar. But for some maddening reason, completely diverse from reality and logic and rational thinking, the bureaucrats in DC have been inexplicably hostile towards this free gift we've given them. So as a community, we're pricing assets in stablecoins, which means we're accepting extra risk to perpetuate their hegemony, and they're going to attack us scathingly for the benefit. No deal. Far wiser for us to move off the dollar backing, but to what? The natural choice might be Ethereum. After all, most ERC20 tokens have some sort of natural trading pair against ETH anyway, right? Bitcoin could be another good option, but it's not so well integrated with Ethereum. But what if I told you that there was in fact a token that was not a dollar coin, but was still less volatile than either Bitcoin or Ethereum? Even better, this token let you natively exit your position to Bitcoin, Ethereum, or dollars as you saw fit. What's more, it even lets you earn fees for holding it. I'm speaking, of course, of TriCrypto, an amalgam of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Tether, the three largest assets in cryptocurrency. Launched by Curve more than a year ago, TriCrypto has functioned remarkably resiliently in that time. It's proven a wonderful place for passive LPs to sit. The pool automatically rebalances liquidity, which gives LPs exposure to the three core assets of DeFi, even earning fees as prices get arbitraged by traders. TriCrypto LP token currently costs about $1,000, so nobody would make it for a stable coin. I mean, it's only 33% backed by Tether. That's the minority. However, this value does go up or down depending on the prices of Bitcoin and Ethereum, which is perhaps a downside. It's not stable, albeit it's more stable than either ETH or BTC because of that Tether backing. However, we'd argue that a DeFi reserve asset properly should somewhat track the value of DeFi. After all, the prices of altcoins mostly track Ethereum anyway, and if we denominate in TriCrypto, then the prices of alts would be far more stable. Further, TriCrypto is decentralized. It could never be killed, not by Mitch, not by the DAO, not by anybody. They could only stop streaming rewards to it, but nobody could get rugged. It's proven far more resilient than centralized exchanges and other AMMs during extreme market nukes, and the underlying WBTC or Tether, that might get nuked, but with both of these being one-to-one backed, we'd argue that if either of these assets got sunset, the most likely scenario is that TriCrypto could simply relaunch with other assets in time. Degens are already seeing the benefit of TriCrypto as a reserve asset, and naturally taking advantage of its composability by building directly atop it. For instance, Abracadabra has launched a TriCrypto cauldron, allowing borrowing using TriCrypto on mainnet, which allows for lending and some amount of leverage. And then Polygon, where gas is cheaper, Curve has tested using TriCrypto to serve as a base pair for factories. And we've seen some tokens launch such pools to amazing effect. For example, here we see a Matic TriCrypto pool, which is insanely useful. It allows for Polygon's native Matic token to be traded against 5 other tokens, wrapped Bitcoin, Ethereum, and 3 stablecoins, all for relatively cheap. A Curve TriCrypto pool also exists, and both these pools have seen tremendous volume and rewards, so it seems like it's a successful experiment. Now, TriCrypto on mainnet is still too expensive for such usage, but a public repository makes clear that Curve is launching a next generation of TriCrypto, allowing it to permissionlessly create their own 3-coin pairing, or to significantly reduce gas costs to allow for it to better function on mainnet. So what do you think? Would TriCrypto LP tokens in fact be the perfect reserve asset for DeFi? Are there any drawbacks we're not thinking of? Let us know in the comments. We look forward to hearing from you.